Somebody who believes.
You believe?
Do you believe, Steve?
I believe.
We ain't got tomorrow.
We ain't got tomorrow,
No.
Steve. We ain't got tomorrow. We got right now.
Right now.
We ain't got next. We got now. We ain't coming no more.
No.
You ain't coming no more, Steve. We are here. We are here off the tailgate. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. We are here, Steve. We are off the tailgate. Oh my goodness.
I'm pumped. Are you pumped? I'm fired up.
Let's do it. This is Off the Tailgate, episode 6. Guys, welcome in. This is Tcarp. This is also Tman. I've got my orange shades on. It's magic. We both got our orange glasses
That's right.
on. So I'm going to take the orange glasses off for a second and talk to you guys. My goodness. So we've had a great, fun week of college football. It's been incredible. Lots of fun things to get to. Man, what did you enjoy? What was your favorite thing about this week?
You know, I like the sound bites by all the coaches.
Oh,
you know, we got a lot of talented coaches out there. We're gonna listen to some of them.
Oh my gosh, I was scrolling through, and you know, we had a coach here in Tennessee by the name of Butchie Boy, Butch Jones, and I was kind of got a little beat up on.
He got it hung to him, didn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like 73 to zit.
Well, yes, he got beat pretty bad.
But he come off with wisdom.
Oh, see, Butch Jones always has these, which we call Butchisms. And a Butchism, what that is it's his words of wisdom. So what's a Butchism for us? So let's see here.
To not lose the game before you can ever win the game.
So just remember, Steve, you have to not lose the game before you can ever win the game. I specifically
73 points later we come up with that.
I specifically remember, you know, the whole point of the game was to win the game, so I can't lose the game before I win the game, or do I need to win the game before I lose the game? I don't know, but I thought we were just winning the game, but we got to do it first, or not lose it before we win it.
Well, it's good to have that insight, you know?
Exactly. And
then we go.
Then we need to travel across the country to the Carolinas. We're going back to the East Coast.
We're going to go plumb over there in the mayonnaise bowl.
And oh yes, the Duke Mayo Bowl, where they dump a whole thing of mayonnaise on you. And our favorite coach, Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
I can't stand the guy.
I mean, he can't keep us out of his mind or his mouth.
Oh no, he can't.
But he come out in his press conference, and we got a few things. The only thing he learned from the game of getting, what was the score?
It's 31-17. Old Mac Brown may have put a whooping on him.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get here.
Let's see here. Let's see what we.
Anybody? It's kind of the story of the night. Clock was wrong the whole game. We're trying to kick an onside kick to start the second half, and we got to wait on the chain crew because they're eating a hot dog. That's the only disappointing thing about tonight.
Disappointing thing.
We have any stats?
The only disappointing thing about that whole night was the chain gang was eating hot dogs.
Was it all beef?
It must have been, because that's all I'm hearing from Shane is a bunch of beef, buddy. It's just a bunch of crying. So by the way, if you didn't know, they went for an onside kick and they got it, and they still got their butts beat 31-17.
And he was mad because he was afraid that they were going to see it coming.
Oh my God! And here's my thing. It's when it comes to some of these coaches, you know, some of these guys, like Tony Basilio says, these guys are just gym coaches. They just don't. They're just so. They don't get it. They just don't get it. It's like, buddy, you got beat because you just got beat.
Jim Harbaugh.
So let's take a look-see, Pooh.
Let's go up to Michigan.
Let's go up to
now,
Michigan.
Jim Harbaugh was on a 3 or 4 game suspension.
Okay.
And so he reported after the game of what he's seen and give us some wisdom, coaching wisdom.
Some coaching wisdom. All right, let's listen to some coaching wisdom by Jim Harbaugh.
Making sure that the decisions you're making are complementary on all 3 phases. No There's no offense. There's no defense. It's a we-fence.
A we fence.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a we fence.
A we fence? Like,
There ain't no offense or defense. It's we fence.
do I say, who starts on we fence?
I don't know.
I want to know who
It's
starts.
a secret play.
That's the secret. Apparently, I just want to know who starts on
Oh,
we
we
fence.
fence.
I'm going to call into the all the sports talk shows. Hey, who starts on Tennessee's we fence?
We fence. We
We
do.
fence.
We do.
We fence.
We do.
Lord
Everybody say we do.
Some of these coaches, man.
I mean, football's ain't it great?
Oh, football is great.
It's good. It's good to be
Oh,
in
my gosh.
Switzerland, ain't it?
Oh, I hear you. So let's talk about some things that we had discussed on the last one. We talked about that new rule, and Brian Kelly, if you can find it, Brian Kelly had some words of wisdom to say on it. Let's see if you can find that for us real quick.
I'm gonna try.
Let's take a look-see, Pooh.
No, that's not it.
So
It ain't it.
but while we're looking for that,
I know what's that. It ain't it right there.
while we're looking for that,
Give me a minute. Got a bunch of.
but you were saying,
Thanks.
I noticed that it didn't really shorten the game a whole lot because commercials seem to be longer than they usually were.
Well, the thing about it was that I looked at several that kept stats on this.
Mm-hmm.
The game, I noticed the game was about the same length. We lost 7% of the plays.
7% of the plays.
And we was probably maybe well, as Butch would say, a 1% better, 1% shorter, you know,
Something like
something
that.
like that.
Yes.
But you take 7% in a 12-game season, the fans lose a game,
Yeah.
a play.
That's
So the fans lost on this.
yeah, they did.
Brian Kelly, if I can find his sound bite, he was upset about it because he said we had 4 drives. We had 4 drives that first half.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but the commercials were really good.
Yeah, commercials
I mean,
really good.
you know,
Oh
he
my
showed a lot of
goodness.
stuff. So
Let's see if we can find that.
here it is, right here.
Okay, so you got it. Let's play his. Let's play Brian Kelly's thoughts on this.
In the first half. This game goes fast. Hope you guys are selling a lot of commercials. Thanks, Coach.
Oh, he nailed him. He just right there.
Well-
And that's the truth.
Absolutely.
That's the whole truth of the matter. It's all about commercials. It's all about them selling more commercials and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I noticed that when they did an incomplete pass, they stopped it, but then they started it right back.
Right. So it's just a.
It just stopped and then started
Starting
back.
and stop,
You're
yeah.
out of bounds, they stop it and they start it right back.
To be honest with you, with a fast team like Tennessee's got, it doesn't seem to affect us a whole lot. But with these other teams that are just not, it's going to be rough on them. It's going to be rough on them.
The scenario that I laid out on a team that can really, got the horses and can really control, like a Georgia could do that.
Right.
Could really, if they get the defense is that strong and shuts you down,
Right.
you could be behind the gun.
Right. We'll see what happens on it.
But
I also wanted to talk a little bit about. Did you see Duke put a whooping on Clemson?
Is the Final Four going to be more look like the NCAA basketball?
Apparently,
tournament?
man,
Final Four?
because ACC just whipped up on it, and you had North Carolina, which is historically a basketball school. My gosh,
And Duke.
and Duke.
And then they say Kentucky. Well, they say every year they say Kentucky. But they say that.
Yeah.
And
but Dabo Swinney he just looked inept. As a play caller,
You named it. I thought it, but you named it. Who did he remind you of?
Philip Fulmer.
Absolutely.
He does. He's so much of that Philip Fulmer. Remember when the claw fence was coming in, and we're gonna have this guy come in. He's gonna run the offense, and then Philip Fulmer wouldn't let him do it. It really looks the exact same way. You've got this high-powered offense in TCU, and they hire their offensive coordinator. He comes to Clemson. And they can't score but 7 points on daggum Duke.
Well, I just don't like when people lie to me.
Right. There you go.
I really and truly, and they try to think that we're a bunch of idiots. And it's, I mean, for instance, I'm excited about honoring Condredge Holloway.
Right.
I mean, and them wearing one of his throwback jerseys and uniforms.
Yep.
Awesome. I mean, he's one of my favorite all-time players. Awesome. But to come out with now we know that the Smoky Grave was made up, and they went up on the mountaintop up in the Smokies and got the screen to put on the helmet. What I think it's pretty. I love it. Now, people don't get me wrong. I love it. But I think it should have been done and call it like it is. We're going to wear these neat uniforms during this. Oh, by the way, Condredge Holloway 51 years ago, that used that, but actually took a throwback jersey from him and honored him at that time, wearing something that he would have wore at that moment and honored him, but wore that uniform against Georgia or whoever else, South Carolina or whatever. But don't try to tell me it's like this talk about the clock. The games are going to be the same length, but they're going to make more money. Don't just be truthful. We can figure out a way to make more money.
That's right. So Dabo Swinney used to say, "Oh, we've always done it in NIL. We've just done it in the name, image, likeness of God." Which, don't get me wrong, I'm a Christian. That be true, but don't, like you said, don't pee on me until it's raining. They have been paying players under the table here locally, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. They paid more than anybody else, and they loved it. Now that they have name, image, likeness, and places like Duke and Tennessee and Georgia, they can all have those strong NIL programs. It is dispersing the talent, and people like him and Saban are getting really, they're just getting outplayed, and it's getting the people that can coach actually like out coaching people, and they've got decent amount of players to do so. And it's just funny how and just Dabo, like Tony Basilio said, Dabo looks like an old man. Well, now, like we're not going to do it this way. Well, you're going to not do it that way and get beat, just like Fulmer said.
It reminds me of Forrest Gump running on the field. Just hard to run. I was like, run, Forrest, run.
And it's just, I'm just telling you right now, they have really got to figure something. Clemson's got to figure something out. And y'all can laugh at me, but them getting beat by Duke and getting beat bad by Duke like they did, I'm not trying to panic over one game, but it just tells you what's going on.
I believe we broke them.
We may have broke them.
We broke them in the bowl game. Saturday. Yep. Now, and this is what it's about to me. I've seen this video right here. Chad Fields put it out, I think.
Yeah, he retweeted. No, the Vol football put it out.
Okay.
So Chad Fields, he did retweet it. So let's go ahead and play it.
But I think I'm gonna write one here.
Yeah, let's see here. Yep, you're thinking the right one.
That's what it's about. That's what it's all about.
So let's.
Tennessee's super weapon is super scrambler Condredge Holloway.
What makes a man a legend?
What I find most exciting is the great rivalries and the fans and just everything involved with football.
Is it courage, the unyielding spirit that smashes barriers, pushes boundaries, and drives change? Or passion, love for the game, a fire so fierce that not even an ER visit can douse?
There's Condredge Holloway coming back into the stadium. He's been to the hospital, he's been x-rayed, and there is obviously nothing broken.
A fire that ignited a path for change, the drive to propel the game forward and witness its transformation. A purpose. It's not just a journey, it's a legacy. A legacy that defies the ordinary, that redefines what's possible. It's a fusion of these and more. A man embracing orange and white, sacrificing all for the cherished program. A living embodiment of Tennessee football. Becoming a legend isn't one moment, but a journey of boldness, passion, and purpose. He is the Artful Dodger.
Holloway pitches to Sandback, 40, 35, 30, cuts back to the situation, one man running with the football, gets with the 15, still has it on at the 10, Rambling, dancing, dividing, a leading 3 or with 4 tacklers. There's no way to describe it. Just rack up 6 and give it to Holloway.
Woo, boy!
I mean, that's what Saturday's about.
Absolutely.
And, you know, just, I mean, I think it's awesome that they want to wear the uniforms and all that, but that's not what he wore.
I can see both sides of it. I can see where they're trying to honor Condridge, but the uniform is not exactly what they wore.
I mean, I like that helmet as much as any we've ever had.
I like the helmet. I don't like the jersey. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think they've jumped the shark with it. They need to stick with the orange and whites and just stay with it. Just my opinion on the thing. Now, I'll reserve the right to change my opinion, but that's just where I'm at right now.
I mean, but I'm talking about this game.
Mm-hmm.
This game, we were playing Austin Peay, and I'm thinking this game, let's do and for what it is. And it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about anybody but this man that paved the way. That, I mean, outside of Tony Robinson and Heath Schuler and Bobby Scott, some of those right there, they just stand out in my mind as quarterbacks. But, you know, Condridge Holloway, the first. He paved the way.
Paved the way.
And it should be about him and nobody else, and that's just my 2 cents about it. They don't pay me a dime for that, but it's in my opinion.
I hear you. So let's break down the game. So let's take a look. Vols won. Vols win, so we're 1-0, baby. How about that? What were your immediate thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, there was some things we need to clean up.
Okay.
I was actually, for the most part, really impressed with Milton. I've seen some things. I mean, balls was dropped.
Right.
There was some things that happened that you know, he wasn't as sharp as he needed to be.
Can we all be honest? Tennessee fumbled a punt, dropped a potential touchdown pass, failed on 4th and 1 from its own 29-yard line, and went 1 for 7 on 3rd down in the first half.
Yeah, and going for it on 4th. What did I say? Early.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to.
You got to win that 4th. You got to win it.
Yep. And yet, Vols led 21-3 at halftime. With all those things.
Yeah.
So, you know, the defense, can we say something? That defense has gotten good, buddy.
Oh.
Can we just be honest? It's oh boy, if that defense, and remember I told you, if we could just have a top 50 defense, we could beat some people. But, boy, that defense, and granted, Virginia is not a good football team. And I had said before, you know, they were a 3-7 football team last year. They had all that attrition. They had all those issues going on. But, same thing be said, defense looked good.
That is going to make the difference in our win or loss. But I'm just telling you, the thing that got me, you want to know, stood out more than anything.
Well, what got you?
Stood out more than anything was when I see, going to be my favorite player. His name is John Campbell Jr.
All right, why is that?
Did you not see the block he laid?
I did see this block he laid, and we'll show it to you guys.
Can you make that picture bigger?
Oh man,
he took him to the bus, huh?
He did. Woo, boy, he took it to the bus, and I'll show you guys that on camera.
And he said this, which. And they went to Waffle House.
Yeah, like my phone going crazy. Like it's still blowing up right now. Like, I had to turn notifications off. Like it's still going viral. Like every page. Like I didn't even know. Like, cause like we was talking about the block. Like me and my coach KP, we was talking about the block on the sideline. I was like, "What you think about? Like that might be a top block." He's like, "Yeah, we'll probably send it in." Man, we came to the sideline like a little bit later. Like all the family and started coming down. Like we was already winning. And Miss Holly told me like I was an internet sensation. I was like, what? Like she was like, look, like she was showing me. I was like, whoa, like that's so crazy. Like I ain't never like, you feel me, been on ESPN. Like just crazy looking at the block. Like all my friends and family, like you know my mom.
You like it?
He is my.
He's going to be your favorite
I'm going to be watching him. Every snap on offense.
That's funny. So, but the defense and the run game were a huge deal of that.
Oh, yeah.
And the defense smacked Virginia, just smacked them around. Let's just be honest with you. Basically Tennessee's defense held Virginia to -8 rushing yards in the first half. How's that sit with you?
Well, I think we're going to be pretty good there, don't you?
I think so. Josh Heupel talked about it. Tennessee's offense was sporadic. We all saw the Ramel Keaton drop. It happened. Jalen, but I want to talk about these Russian guys. They each carried the ball, I believe, 13 times. So Jabari Small had 67 yards on 13 carries. Sampson had 52 yards on Dylan Sampson had 52 yards on 13 runs, and Wright had 12 carries. But all in all, they finished with the game with 287 yards on 52 rushes.
Right. Now, hey, Milton looked good. He run the ball, and that's what we said earlier, that he's got to be able to do that.
Milton was 21 of 30 for 201 yards and accounted for 4 touchdowns, 2 via the run, and two touchdown passes.
Well, not only that, he also had some rushing yards in there.
Yeah, he had some rushing yards in there, and it was very good. Coach Heupel described him as decisive. Quote, he did a great job understanding the protections and running and with the run pass reads. Tennessee also, remember you were talking about the punt game, had a few issues there.
Now that's what I was waiting on this one.
And it just, what's your thoughts on what happened there?
Heupel, when we mess up, everybody messes up. But Heupel handled that situation at his press conference as best as anybody. That was his first start ever, first time ever playing the game of American football. And trying to make that transition. And Heupel knows he's got talent. I mean, I made a joke, he kicks both feet. Maybe I'll try the other one.
Just try the other one.
Let's try it.
Let's try it the other one.
But I can see where that he could be a real weapon, because he actually could make contact.
Right, both ways if he had to.
And
I want to talk real quick about our punt returner though, D. Williams. He's
a weapon.
He is a weapon. He had a 55-yard punt return, another for 40 yards. He totaled 105 yards on 3 runbacks. And he had that fumble, but he came back and didn't let it affect him. And he came back and he just, buddy, if you can get 55 yards on a return, that you just flipped the field like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
I remember the Berry boy.
Oh yes.
I mean, they was
something special about him.
They was scared to kick to him.
Yep.
And that means you're going to shank it. You're going to try to get away from you. You make mistakes because you don't want to kick to him.
Nope. You don't want to kick to him. So, but all in all, Tennessee wins 49-13, which is pretty dang close, by the way.
I almost nailed it.
You almost nailed it. You had a prediction of 47-13, and 49-13. You were 2 points off. You are the winner of the first Tcarp Tman score prediction. So
I'll take it.
I hear you. So hey, that's awesome. So how you feeling about Austin Peay?
We've got to get out. We said it early. This is one that you need to be able to play your second strings, third string. They need to get all the reps. We've got to come out and not struggle.
Right.
We've got to come out and we need to move the ball, be sharp, where that our starters can actually get rest and look at their new uniforms.
I'm right there with you.
I mean, really.
You know,
and those others need to get some time, and because we don't want no cheap shot that take a good player out. I
agree with you. I want Brew on the bench. Like you said in Off the Tailgate episode 3, you said Nico by the third quarter and Brew on the bench, and I agree with you. Like, Brew needs to be on the bench.
That ain't changed a lick.
I would, maybe the starter's in for the first quarter, and that's it. I want to start, up 21, and I want second string, third string in there. We need valuable reps for our second and third string guys, and nothing against Austin Peay. They just need to take their $1 million and head to the house. And we need to take care of business. Yes, well, that's exactly right.
This is no in the arms of angel.
Yeah.
I mean, that we need to take care of business.
Take care of business here.
I mean, it's to get for us to get better. And stay healthy. So kind of, I want to take another shot. How many yards do you think we will rush for? I think we'll.
What's your goal?
Well, I think we'll be. I don't think we'll have over 300, and the reason I say that, I think we're going to try to hit the long ball.
Okay.
I think we're going to try to. There'll be a lot of the long ball.
A lot of the long ball.
And I think that will be focused on trying to get. Because I think we can do it and do it with ease, but I think they'll be trying to make contact and make the long ball.
Okay.
So I think in that regards, I think they'll do it, and I think a lot of the rushing yards will be done at the end of the
game.
Yeah, and there'll be some break. Bring it up. I'm gonna say in the 300-yard range, and that is high, but we are going to run. I mean, we could run 600.
Yeah, well, we could run 600, but you think your goal will be about 300?
I'm just by accident.
Yeah. What do you think? So you want a lot of long balls this game, right?
I think it's important. I think it's important that drop ball be correct. That we need to build confidence and connection. There's some things I have not heard. If you've heard of house squirrel.
Yeah, house squirrel. Things like that. Yeah.
I mean, there's some injury reports I don't know. I haven't heard.
Same here. It is, and it's Wednesday this week, so we dropped the tailgate off on Friday, so we haven't heard anything yet. So we'll see there.
And so as far as that goes, unless you put a little short something up, if you get any injury report,
right? Yeah. What's your prediction for Austin Peay?
I think if they score, I think they'll score a field goal.
Okay.
If they score, and it'll be early because I think they'll be trying to just get on the board.
Okay.
But I'm looking. If we take care of business, I'm looking for us to put a 0 on that side. But I'm gonna give them 6 points.
You're gonna give them 6 points.
Yeah.
And then what's Tennessee?
Tennessee. What is the record? 63 points is the highest ever scored.
I think so. I wouldn't know. I'm not a stats guy.
I'm gonna say. I said 47. I'm gonna say 67.
You're gonna say 67. Okay. I don't think they're gonna score 60. I'm gonna go 50, 55 to nothing. I don't think they're gonna let Austin Peay score. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, thank you so much again. We want you to subscribe. That lets us know we're reaching people. So guys, hit that subscribe button. You know how to do it.
Before we get off, now we got one more little sound bite.
Oh, you got one more sound bite.
Because it is important that we remember that you've got to
like our Butchy boy says. What do you have to do?
You have to not
lose the game
before you can ever
win the game.
That's right. That's
so
right.
Remember that.
You have to.
Let's just remember that. Not lose the game before we can win the game. So let's just hope Tennessee remembers you can't lose the game before we can win the game.
That's right.
But guys, for this is Tcarp, Tman. Y'all be good.
Go Vols!
Go Vols! Woo!
You can't lose the game. You got not lose it before you can win it.
I'm putting orange sunglasses on, boys.
Oh, where's that man?
Y'all be good. Like, subscribe, share, all the things. Woohoo!
Oh,